The secret to looking hotter is just doing your makeup like your Venus sign, so here are a couple different ways to do your makeup like a Capricorn Venus. Capricorns are baddies. Sun, moon, Venus, rising, it doesn't matter. You're baddies. Why? Because you're ruled by Saturn and it governs the 10th house. So Saturn represents structure, discipline, maturity, lessons, rewards after really hard work. And then the 10th house is your highest and most visible part of your chart. And that is why you pull focus no matter what you're doing. Even if you're not even trying, you're gonna pull attention and your presence is known. The 10th house rules all things public image, your status, your reputation, your career, your long-term goals. So Capricorn Venus makeup is very striking and dynamic and also very alluring. So let's get into your makeup. Obviously, Capricorns look gorgeous in really smoked out chocolatey eyeshadow looks with smudgy bottom liner. And Capricorn Venuses, just try it out. Try orange blush. I know, upon hearing that, you're like, orange? You can still do the baby pink stuff if you want to, but try orange blush. It looks phenomenal on you. Orange blush, orange eyeshadow, it doesn't have to be super, bright orange. It could be like a really subtle orange on the cheeks or up here, a really subtle orange on the eyes. It looks so pretty on you. So try it. Orange blush. It could be a really lighter corally blush, especially if your skin is cooler, or if you have a deeper tone, really go in there with the orange. It looks phenomenal on you. You also look pretty when you do like a grayish brown eyeshadow and then you put an orangey eyeshadow in the crease. Stunning, gorgeous, beautiful, and amazing. Another way to add structure to your makeup, since you are the Venus sign ruled by Saturn, is to find a contouring and highlighting method that suits your face shape. But if you don't like that heavily contoured, super snatched look, then try adding a nice bronzer that suits you to warm up the face. And also Capricorn Venuses, Capricorn moons, risings have really striking, piercing, almost wolf-like sensual eyes. So a nice way to highlight that is through really striking eyeliner. So a super crisp wing, lining the inner corners of your eyes, or lining your bottom line with a pencil, smudging it out with a brush, and then underneath that putting a darker brown or an orangey color underneath it, like up here. Beautiful. You also tend to have really striking brows that frame your face, so they could be really fluffy and wolf-like, or they can be gelled upwards, or they're just really well kept. As discussed in my Capricorn Venus video, Capricorns are the walking art pieces of the zodiac, and this can be expressed through makeup, fashion, nails, or interior design. So some of you may prefer more fantastical or ethereal makeup, like you're a fairy, and others may enjoy doing theme makeup. So for example, it's Easter, so you're gonna go and do a really pretty pastel eye look, or you're going to a pride parade, so you're gonna do a rainbow look, or you're gonna go watch Dune on IMAX, so you're gonna do a really fun Dune inspired look. You may also enjoy doing graphic eyeliner designs or adding gems, rhinestones, stars, glitter, gloss, or you may like doing more abstract looks that mimic paintbrush strokes or very precise Saturnian looks with bold shapes and clean lines that takes lots of practice and concentration. Of course, I had to add in the office siren, office baddie makeup look that's inspired by early 2000s and 90s rom-coms and slumber party classics. So think of Gisele Bündchen in The Devil Wears Prada, Lucy Liu in that one corporate scene in Charlie's Angels, and Cameron Diaz in pretty much anything in the 90s and early 2000s. The signature here is that gorgeous gray eyeshadow. It can be a white gray, a regular charcoaly gray, a pinky gray, a purple gray, a taupey gray, and there's usually either a pink, purple, a nice orange or brick red color in the crease, or even a nice brown transition shade in the crease, blended out, and then it has a really sharp wing, wispy lashes, nice fluffy brows, and also a nice like mauvey pinky lip for a modern twist, even though the classic version has that bold red lip. Also, the skin tends to be either a matte or a soft matte finish, and the glow comes from your highlight placement. Of course, you can go grungier or more gothic with this look by doing thinner brows, though instead of over plucking, you can just put concealer on your lower brow hairs or fully bleach your brows. The foundation tends to be a lot more matte here, and you're still contouring for your face shape, but in a more dramatic way that gives you that Tim Burton effect, often replicated by doing cooler tone bronzers. That gray eyeshadow is still the star of the show and blended high with your choice of a crease color, dramatic liner, or a really smoked out smudgy liner and purpley pink or pinky nude lips, and a touch of glitter on the eyes if you're feeling fancy. A grungier version of those chocolatey brown and orange looks that we talked about earlier can look like this. I always call this a wearable dead look because that's what Lindsey Rem used to call it in her tutorials back in the day, and it has stuck with me. But it's the same look, just more dramatic and with a smudgier application of your eyeshadow, especially on the bottom lid, and bringing it further down onto the very tops of your cheeks and then blending it in with your blush. Now, I always say in every single video that the house that your Venus falls in does further refine what makeup and fashion looks best on you, and it does, but something that I don't really talk about enough on here is the aspects that different planets are making to your Venus sign. And an aspect is just the relationship that different planets have with each other. So today, we're gonna do a really easy one together. And obviously, if you don't wanna do all of this yourself, then I have personalized style guides linked in my profile where I do all of this for you. But we're gonna do a very easy one together. So if you are a Capricorn Venus and you were born between 1984 and 1998, then you likely, and I say likely instead of absolutely because of retrogrades, then you likely have a Venus-Neptune conjunction. A conjunction is just when you have planets or luminaries in the same sign. So Neptune rules all things dreams, illusions, screens, cameras, fantasy, your subconscious, and Neptune dissolves everything that it touches. So with your makeup here, this could look like that classic no makeup look. And we all know that you are wearing makeup, it just enhances what you already have. It's like, if you guys have ever watched a reality show, say Love Island, say if you've ever watched a show like that with a man and he's like, oh, she's not even wearing makeup, and you know that she has on a full beat right now, she just has faux freckles on over her foundation. So it's that, you know, effortlessly beautiful sun-kissed look, oftentimes with really pretty pinky blush, really glowy skin, a nice gloss, nice fluffy brows. This look would also work for you if you just have your Capricorn Venus in the 12th house. I would also argue 4th house as well. So let's look at some other options for both of you guys. Capricorn Venus Neptune conjunctions or Capricorn Venuses in the 12th house also look great in Parisian inspired looks with that beautiful luminous no makeup base, nice rosy cheeks, minimal eyeshadow, but with a nice bold lip. But the lip usually looks like that just bitten effect, or it's been blotted off, or it's a nice pretty maroony shade. Capricorns are also very resourceful, so you could be the type to take one lipstick shade, and I do this a lot too, where it's like I have my lipstick and I also blot it on my cheeks and I also put it on my eyes and blend it out, and it looks really beautiful. That Venus-Neptune conjunction, as well as Capricorn Venus in the 12th house, the 4th house, and I would also argue the 3rd house as well, could be obsessed with those really pretty glittery looks. If you have a Uranus conjunction, you could go through extremes with makeup, as Uranus is the planet of sudden change, rebellion, innovation, and it's very future focused as it rules Aquarius in modern astrology. So if you have a Uranus conjunction or your Venus falls in the 11th house, you could go back and forth with loving makeup and then going long periods of time where you're not wearing it at all. You may also like metallics, silvers, glitter, chrome looks, glitter faux freckles, and neon eyeliner looks. And if you want me to do all of this plus your fashion, I will have my personalized style guides linked to my profile. And as always, tell me in the comments what your Venus sign is, what house it falls in, how you like to do your makeup, and what sign I should do next.
Man down, man, you know I did it. I'm talking about, ooh, I just want the cat, ooh, bitch, you wanna fuck, ooh, she love the slime, ooh, I just make the move, ooh, another jewel, that's a fucking move, another jewel, that's a fucking move, ooh, I just want the cat, ooh, bitch, you wanna fuck, ooh, she love the slime, ooh, I just make the move, ooh, another jewel, that's a fucking move, another jewel, that's a fucking fucking move.